Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of these raw, real life stories. And after watching, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Sometimes sharing your perspective is the only way to make sense of moments like this. It all started at a friend's party, one of those casual gatherings where laughter fills the room, but beneath it, tension often hides. I should have known something was off the second she walked in. Emily, my wife, looked flawless as always, but there was a smirk she flashed, a brief, almost playful curl of her lips that didn't reach her eyes. And then she said it. "Well, isn't he looking handsome tonight?" Her tone wasn't teasing. It was loaded. There was an edge to it, something mocking, and it wasn't directed at me. I froze, mid-step, my drink trembling in my hand. The room seemed to blur around me as a cold realization began to settle in. She wasn't smiling at me. She was watching someone else. At first, I questioned myself. Was I imagining it? Stress from work. Too many late nights. Maybe I was just paranoid. But over the next week, small things started to add up. Missed calls she brushed off as just busy. Messages she left open for hours or days without replying. The subtle shifts in her tone when we spoke. She had never been secretive. Not like this. One night, I came home earlier than expected. The apartment was quiet, the hum of the fridge filling the space. Emily's phone buzzed on the counter. I didn't mean to, but I glanced at the screen. A single message caught my eye. "Can't wait to see you again tonight, winky face." My stomach dropped. My hands shook. I wanted to deny what I was seeing, to convince myself it was innocent, maybe meant for a co-worker in a playful way. But something about the phrasing, the timing, it all screamed betrayal. The next days were a blur of suspicion. I started noticing every little detail. The way she would lock her phone when I walked into the room, the sudden interest in girls' nights that seemed to appear out of nowhere, the strange tension whenever I tried to talk to her. I even replayed that party night in my head. Her smirk, the laugh she stifled when a mutual friend made a joke. Finally, the proof came, not from confrontation, not from chance, but by accident. I was setting up the router one evening, fiddling behind the entertainment center, when a forgotten tablet buzzed to life. Notifications poured in, flirty texts, hidden plans, pictures, evidence of months of deception. Everything I thought I knew, every memory that used to make me smile, suddenly felt like a lie. The quiet mornings, the late-night talks, even the laughter we shared, they were all filtered through her betrayal. I sat there for a long time, staring at the screen, feeling my heart shatter in slow, sharp fragments. Confusion, anger, heartbreak, they all collided inside me. I thought about confronting her immediately, but part of me wanted to process it first, to understand how someone I loved so deeply could do this. When I finally faced her, it was in our living room, the night heavy around us. She tried to explain, fumbling over words, guilt etched in her face, but her justifications, stress, loneliness, the idea that it didn't mean anything, fell flat. I stared her down, not out of cruelty, but to steady myself, to show that the hurt ran deeper than anger. The betrayal wasn't just about the acts. It was about trust, and that's something that once broken never truly repairs itself. We talked, we yelled, we cried, sometimes at the same time. I remember the way her voice cracked when she admitted everything, the way her eyes avoided mine, as if staring back would make it real. I felt a mix of relief and devastation. Relief that the truth was finally out, devastation for love I thought we shared, now tainted by secrets and lies. In the days that followed, I wrestled with what to do. Part of me wanted to fix it, to cling to the remnants of what we had, but my heart knew the truth. Love without trust is hollow. Intimacy without honesty is empty. I realize some relationships don't heal, no matter how much you want them to. So I chose myself. I packed a bag, left the apartment that had become a cage of memories, and stepped into the cold night air, feeling both loss and liberation. There was no dramatic shouting in the street, no cinematic grand finale, just a quiet, painful goodbye, and the knowledge that I would rebuild slowly, piece by piece. Even now, when I think back to that party, I remember the smirk, the edge in her voice, and the moment I finally understood that love and betrayal can coexist in the same life. But I also remember the strength it took to walk away, to reclaim my dignity and peace of mind. Some lessons leave scars, yes, but they also teach us who we are when the world turns against us. Life goes on. Trust will rebuild. Hope will return, and pain, though sharp, fades with time. And as for Emily, I carry no hatred, just acceptance. Some chapters close quietly, and this one did, with me still standing.